by the way. Ugh. I don't know, like 4. Mostly family. And the other person is me. Yeah. Yeah. And then at the end, you could do this whole time-lapse thing. Welcome to the stream, by the way. No more procrastinating. We're going to finally get stuck into lacing the final part of that. Hopefully we have enough leather to complete the task, because we are running literally short on that stuff. So I can't delay it any longer. I'm going to break out the big black bag of plates. You see it right there. And we'll just get to just do the hard miles of finally lacing this thing together. But first I have to like clean up workspace, because I did leave a lot of debris just sitting around. A lot of work. That's a lot of steel. A lot of steel powder that we made. Finally we had a forge, so you know we can. This is how all this like steel dust is actually how they made samurai armor in the day. They didn't have. The Japanese did not have iron ore. They were not blessed to have iron ore in their lands, but instead they had iron sand. So, which really made for poor quality iron, actually. So they had to develop a way to strengthen, you know, the iron that they're given, and they did it through structure. So instead of just, you know, mining it, melting it, and expecting it to be hard, they did some post processes, and the folding process, as everybody knows about, is a real thing. They folded their steel. I don't know if they folded it 1,000 times, but they did fold it to make it stronger than it was. So how ingenious of them. That's enough about dust, because unlike Japan, Australia was blessed with a lot of steel, so much steel, to the point where it's really cheap and nobody wants it. Okay, so we're just gonna unload the bag of goodies. It's finally time to build it. So, small bit of trivia. The back plates are actually worse than the front, because I started with the back plates first and I'm still learning. So the back is going to seem jankier than the front. Okay. Alright, so we're almost there. Just need the lace to start off with, and that leather cordage. I'm trying to locate. Where did the leather go? Well, yeah, and if we finish early, we might consider trying to figure out how the sewing machine works. so we can sew our stuff together. Oh, here it is. Well, then we have scissors, finally. Okay. All right. I think we're ready to do this. Still organize myself. Okay, so got the 2 armpit plates. Just like that. Don't need the larger plates at the moment. We do need the back patch straps, which is this thing. Alright, we also have good stuff. Now it's just a matter of figuring out which plates go where. It's kind of an up tilt. Yeah. Which plates match where? I think this one's mostly got it. Mostly. Rain check on that one. That looks like more like an up tilt. It might be this one. So I drilled these holes. Not exactly that one. I think it is this one. Drilled these holes hoping that I could get a good bit of spacing on these, but not perfect fits, much to my dismay. They're all crooked and stuff, so they fit uniquely with each other. That one fits each other like that, so I'm assuming it's this. So that goes there, this goes there. Okay. I think we have our order. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we will begin with this one and this one. I think this way to go. Yeah, it's not great a fit. I don't have any flatter ones. We'll just have to make do. Okay. Also need to attach these plates too. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 10. We have 10 plates to get through. So it has to be 10 plates long. that's 4. 1, 2. I think 12 is enough. This is 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Maybe we should make it 4. Make it 4. Doesn't seem right, does it? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Nice. Okay, this is the length of measure we're going with. We're going with 12 plates long. 1, 2, and 3. It's 12 plates long. That should be enough give. I think 16 is a bit much. So we'll need at least 5 of these. I'm hoping that's enough. You can always cut the excess. Hey, Woolly Diagram 108 is now following. Wow. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the Metal Workshop. This is Spark CC Central Makerspace. We're tooling up in all sorts of kind of ways. We've got laser cutters, we've got 3D printers. It's basically everything you need to cosplay anything you want. You can make anything you want. We can't make real stuff out of steel, but you could definitely make costumes out of fake stuff. But unlike the fake stuff, we are actually producing armor. We do intend to participate in full contact sport. I don't know if we'll go as far as the hardcore MMA stuff that you can do, but you can in this armor if you wanted. I would try it once. I would try to do like full HMB stuff once. But to make HMB stuff, it's really expensive to buy. So always worth building it yourself. It just takes heaps of time. It's an ongoing working project. Thank you for joining us on this journey of making armor. So this is all cold forged. These days you can get steel as sheets, and it's really easy to cut said sheets and shape them, especially if you work with mild steel. Mild steel isn't the strongest thing around, but it's the easiest to shape. So Troy over there is putting together a lathe so we can machine some round stuff, hopefully. It's not the most powerful thing around, but with the right gear ratios, I think it does have the potential to grind away steel. Yeah. And if not, we could just buy sharper bits. Like, why would you, like, why would you need a industrial one if that one can do the job? Is it just bigger stuff to turn? Hmm. So yeah, we got like a mean green lathing machine over there. That's slowly coming up. I'm glad Troy's heading most of the effort in repairing that, because I have no idea how to like replace a belt on that thing, as well as the instructions are not going to be easy to write. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that either. I mean, I was just here to help drive forward the discussion politically. I'm a political supporter. I was just I was here supporting the movement politically, but as soon as soon as the green light was made, oh well, politically correct and done. It just needs to be carried out and executed. I mean, I did carry it here. We both carried it here. Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah. So lots of stuff in here in the space. We got like 8 3D printers. If you wanted to make custom little molds for yourself. Yeah, lots of stuff in the space. At the moment, we don't really need any of that stuff. We just need a good pair of scissors and a table. And we're pretty much, that's, once you're at this stage where you're printing out, well, once you have all the parts in shape and the way you want it, you don't really need much tooling from here. It's just a lot of assembly. So, you know, that's why we have this large spool of shoelace. Personally, I think silk is the more traditional stuff, but silk is goddamn expensive. Especially when you need like 50 meters of the stuff. I have an 80-foot spool, and we're already running this low. And we're coming to the end of this as well. We actually have like a fully laced front over there. Oh man, did we just cut it? Like, we only cut one side. I didn't fold it over. I'm an idiot. Okay. So this is only half of it. We're supposed to have 2 halves. I wonder if I could just close that and then. No, that'll work. That won't work. Okay, so that's 1 half. Gonna get the other half. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4. We also need number 5. I was going to improve this process, but then I realized I only need 1 more strand, so there's not much more reason to improve it. Actually, this will work. I hate how they put the metal folder here in the middle of the table and nobody uses it. I really hate that metal folder. And nobody uses it at all. Okay. Should have done that before, but it doesn't matter anymore. Okay, just need to stretch out this lace here. Probably not a good angle over there. Maybe the other side. The other side works. Matrix shot. Okay. All right. Just need something about that long. Okay, I think we have the chords we needed for now. This is kind of more of a measure now since that was cut in half. But we have 5 strands for each 5 of the keels that are happening across the top here. So, yeah, I think we're pretty much okay to go. The other thing I want to do first is also, like, I don't want to reach the end of this thing and discover that I don't have enough leather. So to get ahead of the curve, maybe I should cut out all the strips of leather too. Put it in a box or something, so that if I don't have enough, I'll be able to order some more throughout the week as I run through this thing. So we're doing a little bit of manufacturing here. The only question is getting a good little container for us to use. Let's try to find one. These boxes look empty. Okay, so ultimately, I just need to lash. Whoa. Okay, I just need to lash this together. Yeah, okay. Looks fine. Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 plates. We don't lash the top section or the bottom section. So how many plates is that? So we basically have 8 joined. Well, we're gonna lash this. Well, everything except the top and the very bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 keels. We'll just make 8 just to be sure. 8 times 5. We need 40 of these lashes. So, okay. So we need 4, like, I think 40 of these. So we just need to figure out how long these are, or how long we need to make them. I think this is enough. Always cut it in pairs of 2 so you know how long each one is. Okay. Assume that's the strapping. I'll sharpen up the edges. Just going to do a test. Just going to do a test lashing. So this will go on top of this like that, and then and then comes out through. So what this leather lashing does is basically provide the armor its shape, because it will tie directly onto where the armor is supposed to go instead of just hanging off one another. So it won't collapse if you put in this mod. But is it enough? Can we even tie that off? Kinda. Maybe we need it a bit longer than that. So these will go on. These will thread through like this. I'll thread through like. Okay. So this invisible lashing is called Tomegawa. So that little lashing right there. It ties to the back and you just tie it off like that. But it basically gives it its shape. I think we need a longer lashing than this. So that's what we'll do. We'll make it maybe an inch longer. Okay. We need 40 of these, so I think we can get by with those two. Okay. We might actually have to get some more of these. Okay. I'm just gonna cut these up into strips. Two. This one's longer. We'll use the shorter one. Okay. Might not actually have enough. I don't know how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 10. $11. 12. I don't think we'll have enough. $13. 15. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. Ah, I have like room for 19. Okay, well, we got 19 strips. I think I will go ahead and order some. Okay, Google. I think Google's listening to me right now. Ooh. No, I'll order it later. Maybe I should order it now. Let's see. Birdsall is a great place to order this stuff. So I will go ahead and order some more from Birdsall. Birds. Okay. Kangaroo lace. Okay. Looks like we got ourselves Kangaroo Lacing Classic. 4.7 millimeters. Going for the 10 meter option. I think 10 meters is enough. I'm gonna go for the black. Select size, black, add to cart. Cool. Check out. Parcel collect, parcel locker. Parcel locker, yep, nice. 130. 130. Mm-hmm. Trying to keep this secret from you guys. Please don't dox me. Apparently already exists. Okay. Oh man, why is it such a trial? Just want to buy this. Why won't you just let me buy it? I need to resupply now. Sorry guys, just going through my email just so I can okay. Change details. Uh, $130. University Drive. Awesome. Update. Cool. Successfully updated. Nice. Change password. Cool. Alright. I'm finally able to buy this thing. Check out. Delivery address. Parcel vodka. 30. Come on, PayPal, don't fail me now. That's it. Okay. Just gotta take a look at that password. 20666. Order complete. Nice. Cool. So we have resupplied, which is great. But well, that's on the way. We can still use what minimal reserves we have left in terms of this lace, but that's okay. Just gotta make do until the order comes in. Right. So let's begin. We begin with the backpack, which is this top part here. So close that. Okay, so this is the part that goes over your shoulders. I've got all this lace that we could use. Then I'll just thread these through. Yeah, it's supposed to come outwards, so it comes from the back to the front to start with. I think. Just want to figure out how this works. Yep, it's supposed to work that way. Pretty sure. Just pull that through. Uh-oh. There's a lot of wax being peeled off. Hope that's normal. I think that's normal. Okay, that's one strand. Next strand. Can you, hey, little Justice. Welcome to the stream, buddy. I'm not Japanese, actually, so I hope you're enjoying yourself, though. We are making samurai armor. Just a big fan of Japanese stuff. Always wanted to be a samurai when I was growing up. Just, you know, soon as I, you know, um, soon as soon as I laid eyes on the first one, like just wanted to be one ever since. Ever since I was a small boy, wanted to be a samurai when I grew up. So here we are, making our own armor. Hope you're enjoying the show. Any questions? So it's important to get these flat so it doesn't kink. Like, generally don't want to be flat and have knots in your laces. So at the moment we're starting right at the beginning, which is the shoulders, and we're working our way down. At the moment we're getting started on getting these laces through. So shoelaces are pretty strong, man. Especially modern day machined ones. They're pretty strong. So they will do the job, provided you have enough of them. I think we do have enough. So yeah, welcome to the stream. All right, so get this pair of thread through. Okay. All right. Next strand. Going for... Now we really got to think about the side ones because they're going through 3 plates instead of 2. We do need to get these through. So I think the plates are going to be on the inside. Yeah, they're the first thing. So they actually start on these plates. So we'll just get that sorted. Okay. So we just need to start off in here. Okay, I need to make sure there are no kinks. We don't like kinks here. No kinks. Because that's a sound. Okay, let's rotate this around to the right side. Rotate this around to the right side. Okay. Pull that through. Ooh! That's not exactly even, so we need to redo that. Okay. think they're almost there. It's just that these aren't laying flat the way I'd like them to. Okay. Let's go through here. All right. And then they'll also go out through there. So the sides are tricky because we're essentially lashing 3 of these together. So this is going to turn out pretty horrible to start off with, but we'll manage. Okay, that goes on there. And we just need the other side. See, it looks really terrible when it starts off. Yeah. But when we're done with this, we'll finally be able to wear this thing, which has been a year in the making. So we'll finally be able to finish this, which is exciting stuff. Okay, we're threading these through. Same on the right side, pulling it through, making sure it's even on both sides. Kind of not even. Okay. Then finally thread through this side, and we'll have 5 threads. It'll be able to stand up on its own. So exciting times. Pull that through, and pull this through without punching ourselves in the face. Okay, and secure that tight. And we're finally ready. Get that out of the way. All right. So this is essentially the shape of our back. That's basically it. Okay. Time to get started with the first of these. Begin with the middle. Or we could just do the edges. This edge, this edge, this strand. Wrong side. Did we do all these right? Yeah, we did. This one. This one. And this one. Trying to get it through as quick as we can. Just lacing these together, it's pretty easy. All the drill holes in the world. Pretty relaxing process, actually. Do this while watching a movie. But I'm not going to. Okay, just pull these through. Nice. Okay. All right. How's the lathe? How's the lathe? Cool. All right. Well, let's see. Yeah. Yep. All right. See you, Troy. Okay. This might be a bit tricky. So maybe we should do the middle part first. Actually, the edges are the most tricky, so we'll do those. Oh, it looks so horrible. Okay, so that goes there. That's one piece. So that means that this, just threading these through, they'll go through there like that. So do the edges, like pro tip, always do the edges first, and do not pull it all the way through because you do need to secure it eventually. You will need to secure it at the end, but it's always to do things in a very loose fashion until you're ready to commit to, the mess you made. So we're just threading through all the plates here. So we're going in here and then out into the last plate. Usually it will just cross over and come out underneath, but we have the third plate to think about, so we're thinking about that. All right, and then it comes out through this plate. Okay. Out through there. So we've loosely laced it together, and now we're going to do. So that's when one entire side. We're going to do the other side now. I got that song stuck in my head. There's this cosplayer called Emerichu, or Emery. I think it's Emerichu. Anyway, she does like really like cute looking cosplays, very attractive cosplays. She's recently showcased a whole bunch of Has Been Hotel. I've never heard of Has Been Hotel before, but apparently it's a cartoon in the making for 3 years already. She's been cosplaying a lot of that stuff, so a lot of devil demon stuff. There's this one particular character called Alistair, or Alastor, who is a radio demon, and he constantly speaks like a 1950s radio broadcaster, including static and stuff. It's really cool. Interesting character. But she recently did like a short TikTok of her dancing and stuff in that cosplay, and I've haven't had the song. I had the song stuck with me ever since. It's the I think like the song she dances to is like a theme song from Betty Boop or something. Just super catchy. All right, so we've loosely laced that together until we're ready to commit to that. So we'll just get the other side prepped as well. Okay. see how this is going to work. I hate the first bit. First bit's always the hardest when everything's loose and it doesn't have its structure for you to, hold on to. All right, I think we got that sorted. Gonna come out through the front. Once again, no commitment, just casually lace it in. Casually, no commitment. We're afraid of commitment. It's not healthy, but will keep us safe. Not being committed will break some hearts, but it's necessary. Necessary to protect ourselves from the struggles of committing. In the end, it doesn't pay off. All right, cool. All right, so then we'll do the other side. Just put that through there. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Ooh. Oh, hopefully this isn't tangled. No, it's not, so that's good. Okay, once again, keep it cash. No commitment. Hey. Keep it casual. Nice. All right, nice. Cool. Okay. All right. I'll just slowly pull this tight now. Okay, just slowly work our way over the strands. It's not super casual. Nice. It's kind of lopsided, actually. Oh boy. I hope that could be solved with the tightening of this stuff. I hope that's not a permanent thing. I'm hoping it's just the looseness. All right. Okay, we're just gonna pull that as tight as we can. Pull this through, making sure the lace is flat. Okay, nice. All right. Nice. Okay. Whew. All right. So now that it's kind of formed, we can have an easier time just tightening this up. Okay. All right. Awesome. So this will come out here. Just making sure it's flat in the back. Okay. And then this one, you want to come out there. Man, when you can't find the hole, am I right, guys? All right. Nice. Okay. Work hard. Put that in here. Okay. Let's pull this tight. All right. So how you guys doing in this coronavirus? It's like what a year it's been, huh? Like we got hit by a virus. Australia's been set on fire, quite literally. The riots going on by George Floyd, man, that sucks. And then police brutality on top of that, man, everything is so very chaotic at the moment. I hope some good comes out of it, because because like it'd be a shame if all of this pain was for nothing. Okay. Right. That's good. Kind of. As good as we're gonna get. Okay. Cool. Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay. That's the first lace done. Well, it looks like. Okay. I think it's this one next. Let's flip that over for a second. Whoa. Yeah, I think we have ourselves a winner. Right, so it's this plate next. We're just gonna fit it on like there. Remember, we have like 3 plates to worry about, and also like we need the. This is where the tomegawa comes in. So we just need to apply it on. I forget, like instead of 5, I should have just done 3, because I'm not gonna bother with tomegawa on the side, like the side plates. They're pretty much fixed in already. So we'll do the middle 3. Hopefully this will save us plates going, will save us leather going forward. And I'm gonna do it the right way. It's 1, need 2, need 3 of these. Fitting that leather through. So yeah, going back to the rights, I'm sad that it's going on in the US, but there has been systemic racism in that country for a long time, and it's rather tough. I can't imagine living in a place like that if I was in the minority and discriminated against. It would be just so tough just to stay there. No one wants to admit it, but it's there. I don't know how to. I don't know. I feel sad that all of that is going on, but I can't really relate too much. Well, I can empathize, at least, being a minority and discriminated against. It's not nice. But it's so deep seated in that society. It seems very It seems like such a large effort to such a large effort to undo, and I don't know, I feel kind of helpless against that kind of systemic racism. I don't know what to do against it aside from just talk about it. So here, I suppose, talking about you guys about it. Obviously, racism is bad. We can all agree. And it only serves to help the people in power stay in power. Okay, how am I gonna do this? This is a hard one to crack. I've done it before, so it shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother like leather lacing the center bits, but should be an easy task to lace this leather while it's here. I did enlarge these holes, so it should be easy. I hope I didn't forget. I hope it isn't terrible. Doesn't feel terrible actually. Feels kind of smooth. Oh, don't fall over, please. Okay, I think we're in a good place. All right. All right. Nice. Flattening those out. It's always hard to keep track of flattening these laces. It's an aesthetic and functional thing. You don't want knots in your armor because it will prevent the plate sitting well with like knots in the gaps and stuff. Also, it's an aesthetic thing. You want the laces to stay flat. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so we're now at a place where we will do the leather laces first because those are the hardest things to get right. But because we have the cord in place, it should be an easy task now. Oh, this is the tricky bit because, like, if you hold it too far away, it'll just come loose. So you gotta like hold it steady as you lace all the leather stuff through. Should be able to seems okay. So we're just trying to get those laces through without losing them. Okay, sounds good. Alright, that looks good. Now we're trying not to overcommit here, because remember, we still have we'll still have a lot of laces. Still have the sides to do. Sides are always tricky. Yeah, especially. Yep. Just trying to flatten these out. Okay. I want the suspended lace to hang low enough. So I think it's skip 2. Makes sense. First one in. Pull the laces through. Arms are killing me because I'm holding up these plates. Alright. Okay. I think we're alright. Okay, just lace this through the back and you'll be fine. I hope it goes there. It's always a guess. Okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah, fine. Fine. Just get in there. Yeah. We didn't lose any leather, so that's good. Keeping it cash. Keep it cash. Keep it cash. Keep it cash. Okay. Pull that through. This little crafting we got going here. Out through the front holes. Oh, please stand up. Please stand up. I'm Slim Shady and I'm the real Shady, and I want you guys to just please the will of the real Slim Shady. Please stand up. Just stand up. Nice. Okay. All right. So this side is sorted. Kind of. Just don't want to lose the leather lacing we have here. Okay. Well, we'll do the center first. So get that squared away, and then everything else should fall into place. So pulling the leather on one side and the cord on the other side, and it has a tightening effect on the arm. I think we're good. Okay, so we pulled through the center ones, and also pulled through the leather ones as well, because it's got like a wax, because it's wax cotton, it does have some kind of grip, so we could just leave it like that and trust it not to slip. So we just got to sort out the side on the edge. All right, cool. Okay. Keep it casual, keep it casual. Keep it casual. Slice this through, no problems. Okay, just checking this. This goes through that hole, I think. Whoop, too low. It's probably the droopage. Okay, this one. Yep, that looks good. Okay. Don't want to pull it, don't want to commit just yet. Just want to do this. Okay, awesome. Right. So we got that going. Uh-huh. Okay. Right, so we got the cross pretty much where we want it. Just need to do the final outlace without tangling anything. That through that hole. That's what she said. Go through the out. Come on, let's put that through. Right, almost there. Okay, we're at a good spot. All right. Okay. Did we lose any leather? No, we didn't. Good. Who goes there? Ah, it's you. You'll need to show me how to do sewing machine and the folding stuff you mentioned.
I think about the
Uh-huh.
what was it, the fabric I was talking about before? The
Yeah.
tensile stuff.
Yeah.
I thought of another way of doing it,
Okay.
and that's actually sewing across the fabric.
The what?
Just sewing across it.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be that strong. Like, we don't care about the lateral movement. We only care about, because there's going to be metal hanging off it, we only care about how far it droops down the arm. So since we laser cut them using the stronger part of the material, I'm not really that worried.
The strongest part's going to be the thread. So
Yeah.
if you sew down a few times.
There will be, like, I will need your advice on, because there's more to it than that. Because, like, sewing it together and getting that plate is just the first part. I want to be able to, I want to basically, like, I want to have rings in there that I can, like, loop rope through, and then when I pull it, it'll tighten up.
You want to sew rings into it?
Well, not rings, but, you know, something like that, like holes. So reinforced holes along the edges, so I can loop.
Like buttonholes?
Yeah, but stronger, because we're gonna put cord through that.
You can go over it a few times and make it pretty strong.
Yeah.
Do
you think it's worth like? Do you think it's worth like hammering eyelet? Hammering
eyelets?
eyelets?
Much better than.
Yeah. Okay. We'll probably go eyelets, and then I'm gonna like loop maybe silk rope through it, so when I pull it, it'll tighten up on my arm, and then I can just tie it off at the top here. Is the idea?
I would definitely go with eyelets.
Yeah. I'll go get some.
I've got some felt as well. You can have a little bit of that.
I do want to keep it.
Extra padding, thick felt.
Do you think it's enough for 2 arms? Yeah, okay. Don't give me that. Like, I need basically whatever you're offering has to be like consistent across 2 arms, basically.
Well, it's only going to be so consistent because it's just a bunch of
yeah, okay.
Mashed together.
All right, if you say so. Yeah.
It's pretty consistent.
Yeah, okay.
It's not like you took it out of the dryer.
Let's hope not. Oh, I got a twist. Get that twist out of there.
That would be a good use for the stuff that actually comes out of the dryer.
Huh?
That would be a good use for the felt that comes out of the dryer, the lift.
Huh. The lathe is coming along. Troy was here earlier fixing it. Yeah, but I wouldn't touch it until Troy's finished with it. I don't think it has the belt still. I don't think he installed it. Yeah, the belt's off, and there is a belt there that he plans to replace it with. But he's doing some. Yeah, just let him finish. I wouldn't touch his work. Because the belt, ultimately, the belt we have is like really loose and worn. And he's still trying to develop a system where it can be easier to take off. Okay.
This is loose, but it's still not easy enough
yeah.
to take off.
Yeah, exactly. So I wouldn't attempt it. You might just destroy another belt. Today? It was never fixed. How could you have?
It was running before.
When?
Before.
When before?
Like a couple of weeks ago.
Couple of weeks? Yeah, that was like before I tried to probably gear shift and I loosened the belt. So that was ages ago, man. Yeah. So just wait for Troy to finish his work is my recommendation. Hmm?
That sucks because somebody drove into my way.
Yeah, you don't. What part did you want to machine anyway?
I was thread guard.
Thread guard.
Yeah, thread guard. Yeah, little Jimmy. Never got around to making one, but needs a little Jimmy. Just screws into the top of it.
Oh.
And it's got a couple of holes in the side of it so that the thread feeds through that first, and then it feeds through the rest of the machine.
Okay.
It's mostly good, by the way, but it's also a plug in oil.
Oh, I have to pull this apart a little bit.
Didn't bring anything.
All right. Well, I got some stuff. You can show me how to do sewing machine stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Definitely, we can use the domestic for a few
Yeah. So the parts we cut out yesterday are in here. I like the we cut 3 layers for each arm. So I want those 3 layers just sewn on top of each other, and show me how to fold and stuff.
But we have an uneven number.
Huh?
We have an uneven number of pieces, though.
Yeah, but I only ever intended to use 3 layers.
Okay.
We have more than enough for that. I don't know how thick it would be. We could always sew on more if it's.
It's fairly thick. That's why I offered you some felt.
Yeah.
It's fairly thin. That's why I offered you some felt. It's just a bit of extra padding, dense cushion.
Well, we can sew 2 together, and then we can sew the felt into between the 3rd and the 2nd layer.
Yeah. So because we're going to add some edging around the whole, we don't need to fold them around or anything. We can just sew them just like that.
Oh, wait, because like what are you saying? Because we don't need to edge lock them?
Well, we do.
What do you mean?
It's always good to do that, but the edging material is going to cover up the edges.
Oh, okay.
So we don't need to fold them to make it look neat.
Okay. But isn't folding... Wait, so we're not folding them? We're just gonna sew them on?
We're just going to sew them on, yeah.
Okay. But like, the edges will be flappy then, right?
No, because it's going to have a ribbon
Okay.
over the top of the edge.
Okay.
It's going to cover that.
You said you were gonna like show me how there's like a thing that folds that ribbon automatically, right?
It does, yes.
Do you with that ribbon? Do you just sew one side first, and then you sew the other side, or do you sew
it through when it has like this C sort of shape?
Okay. All right. I think I get the picture. I just want to get this through. Come on.
It's a good idea to sew them all together first.
Okay.
So that you've got the extra strength. It's like double stitching.
So what together?
Sew the layers together, like 3 layers together.
Oh.
So it's like double stitching when you put on the edging material.
Yeah. So what? You want to wait? I mean, like.
No, we don't have to wait. We can do it now.
Yeah. Okay.
Like set them up ready to be sewn together. Because the piece of equipment need to do that. Won't fit onto that on the big sewing machine. It'll fit onto a small one.
I see.
Which is fine.
Okay. 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 Trying to have that through. See, this is why you don't commit. It's painful to like pull everything through. And I did it wrong Oh wait. Yes, I did it wrong anyway. Perfect. This doesn't go in this hole, it goes in the other one. Unlike other things, if you get it in the wrong hole, it doesn't feel good afterwards, no matter how long you hold on for. God damn, just get through there.
If it was 2 lanes, it'd be alright, but 3, it's a bit messy.
Well, then just do 2 at a time. As long as you can stitch over it itself, it'll look fine, no matter how much stitching you do. You just have to do several passes.
The thicker you make
And just do 2.
So if I do 2 at a time, like I sew 2 together and a third on top of that, I'm going to have 2 layers of stitching, and that makes it difficult to sew the edging material over top of it. You have too much thread already there, and it's extra thick.
Pretty, like, I'm sure, well, why not just bobby pins, you know? I'm pretty sure there are pins. Just use what pins we have. Okay, that's through. That's fine. I'm sure we have pins. Okay, you didn't bring them? Oh. Okay. Awesome. Don't think any of that helps. No? Okay. Alright. Don't you just live 15 minutes away?
Yeah, but that's a half-hour drive.
It's 15 minutes, right? One way?
Today is half an hour.
Yeah.
To get there.
Yeah, well, I can't really relate because I drive an hour to get here. But it really sucks when you forget something. Even like, I have to drive here directly from work, which is also another 30 minutes from home. So if I forget something at home and I remember at work, it's like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, that sucks.
So it's like, like from home to here is like an hour 30. And then to go home to pick up something I forgot. So work to drive home to pick up something I forgot, then drive here is like 2 hours.
I can't say I've ever done that though.
Yeah.
I'm sure that sucks.
Yeah. So don't forget shit when you're in Newcastle is the lesson. Like I have to plan like what I'm doing to make it a good use of my time. I have to plan it.
What are you trying to say?
Well, if you're forgetting things, then yeah.
I didn't forget to bring it. I wasn't planning on doing any of this. I was going to use the lathe.
Okay. And how did that go? Did you plan to do that?
I did plan to do that.
Did you plan on the lathe being broken?
No, I didn't.
Ah, well.
Whose fault is that?
I didn't touch it. Which is true. I didn't touch it. And like you've seen the chat. Like we were talking about. I said many times that the belt needs replacing in the chat. Troy even asked, "Hey, Alvin, like, where have you done anything with the lathe? Because we're planning to repair it." It's like, okay, but the lathe needs a new belt. I was like, yeah, we know, and that's what we're going to talk about.
What if I grab a new belt? That's super cheap.
The belt is there. We already have it. We're past that stage.
Then what's the problem?
Troy was doing something with like he's trying to make an elevation mechanism, so like it's easier to remove the belt when we want to remove it. I wouldn't touch it until like Troy has mounted the belt. You could ask him on Slack right now, just to see what else needs to be done if you can continue his work. But there's plenty of computers downstairs. Yes. Why? In case someone like locks you out of your computer. In case you need to access your files real quick on Google Drive or whatever. Seems like a lot of planning has gone wrong here. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's no plan.
Anyway, I have some good news.
Uh-huh.
I have 4 extra pieces here
Of what?
of the arm stuff, which means I can give you 5 layers.
Yeah. Nice.
You want that?
Yeah.
I'm just writing them down and then
Well, can't you attempt to do it without pins? Or is that just too much?
if something goes wrong, they could splay out. And
I trust in your skill.
I don't want it to be messy if I can avoid it being messy.
Okay.
Do it once, right? Then
All right. Well, then, so without going into deep into details, like in order to get that fastening, so like I plan it to tighten up like a shoe, right? Like you know how you have the tongue of the shoe, and then you can tighten up the shoe around your foot. Yeah, I want it to tighten up in a similar way like that, except in here, so it wraps around your arm, and then the gap is supposed to like tighten up like a shoe.
Okay.
So I'm wondering, like, how do I add the reinforcement bit? Do you think eyelets are enough, or should we have like a cord that goes all the way around? Should we also sew in sort of like a tunnel where we could put a cord all the way around, and then when we do the shoelace thing, the shoelace will pull on the cord instead of the edges.
I think I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Because like that's how pants works, right? Like elastic pants, like with cord, like sweatpants with like the cords. Well, don't you have pants that have cords like at the top, and you can tie the top to tighten the pants?
Pajamas.
Yeah, like that.
They're just sewn at the back, so the cord doesn't pull through on one side.
Yeah. But you know how, but the way the cord is like threaded through the pants.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Go straight through.
Do you think we should go straight through like a shoe, or should we go like elastic pants style?
Doesn't that mean you would have to tie up each individual eyelet? Or would you be feeding it all the way through and then having to pull them?
No, I was thinking like, you have like one cord as the border.
One long cord.
One long cord as the border of, the arm sock, and then like using eyelets, you pull a bit of the cord through so it makes a loop. And so you can feed the shoelace through like the loops that we could pull through.
We could do it, but I think there'd be a lot of friction in tightening it up.
No, like it's not what I mean. Like imagine like it's easy to picture with this, right?
But you could do it like you can.
So I was thinking like we could have a cord that goes all the way around, and then you sew it so it has like a tunnel like on the edge, so the cord comes through, and then that would just be a loop, and then you just tighten it up, whatever.
Oh, I see.
And then in this section you just cut out holes here so you could pull the cord through and it makes a loop.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I thought you were gonna have them going across the whole thing around the back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if that'll work.
I think
Because like if you pull the cord through it's going to scrunch up everything like a hoodie. So maybe it's not a good idea. But the ultimate thing is I'm trying to figure out a load-bearing device in that material. Because like if you just have eyelets, it's just going to tear at that hole.
It's going to fill the eyelets, yeah. But that's better than having a hole and sewing around it like a buttonhole.
Yeah.
That's a lot better.
Yeah, but then like, how do we make that even stronger? Yeah. So that's only one idea I came up with, but should we have,
All right, how about
or should we like just get a cord and just hand sew it into the material itself? So you know, one edge will just be reinforced cord.
you don't even need to hand sew that. You can sew that with a machine.
Really?
Just do in a bit. Yeah.
Okay. Because like at Lincraft they have like silk cords, like braided cords,
Okay.
which I think are pretty strong.
Yeah. Then why not fit through a sewing needle?
It's about like 3 mils, 4 mils. No, we're not putting it through a sewing needle. Like we could just have it on the edge and then you just sew over it.
Okay. Like I did something similar with these here, actually.
So I'm just wondering like how can we make this armor strong?
Like with these cords.
Like how did you?
It's about 4 mil, and I used a sewing machine, and I went.
Okay.
And it's stuck on there. It's quite stuck on
Okay. So maybe that's the way.
there. You got across. I went along with it.
No, well, yeah. I mean, like, if it's all black in the same color, I don't really care.
But,
Like, I'll probably just get black cord, and if we're using black thread, then no one's gonna see. But it has to be reinforced where, like, I plan to, like, pull it tight, essentially. Because, like, I've had bad experiences with this type of armor, and the cords did not hold.
well, I've got an idea.
It just tore through the sock. Mm-hmm.
Let's put some webbing on and put the webbing.
What kind of webbing?
Strong webbing.
What, leather?
No, not leather, but
Just more material?
not more of the same material.
Well, what do you mean by?
Same webbing I used for your helmet.
Oh, you mean nylon? Yeah, I could do that.
It's pretty flexible. You can put an eyelet through it. It's wide enough to put an eyelet through.
Is it strong enough?
Should be.
Is it stretchy or not stretchy? Because I don't want stretchy.
It's not stretchy.
Okay. All right.
Everything has some stretch to it.
Okay. Because I'm scared I'm probably going to put 2 layers of that stuff. But that shouldn't be a problem.
2 layers of this.
Yeah.
Like one on the top, one on the bottom.
Maybe? I don't, yeah.
No problem. You
Okay.
can sew it on pretty easy too.
Okay. And then how do you do eyelets? Do you just get the eye and like hammer it through and then cut the hole out in the middle? Is that how it's done?
Cut out the hole first. Feed the eyelet through.
Because I thought the eyelet comes with spikes, right? So you just hammer it through and it'll cut the material as needed.
No.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Doesn't it work that way?
Not the ones I've used.
Yeah, I'll get some advice. I'll go to Lincraft. Get some.
Alright, just
Get some
go over
eyelets.
the top like a...
Whoa! You seem upset. I mean, come on, they do it as a job, I guess.
Yeah, I've done it too.
All right. I don't know, like.
But they've got stuff I've used.
All right, I'll see on Saturday.
That's better than what I would use.
Go out on Saturday and take a look at the eyelet stock. Yeah, and then we can reinforce the eyelet holes with that heading tape.
We could also use some more of that tape
So
to go
what?
around go around the other side of your arm, and so it pulls that in from the other side.
We're not looking. I'm trying to keep it as accurate as possible. So a lot of that action is going to be done with cord. but it's going to be like that shoelace type deal or that shoe type deal. It's going to basically be like shoe technology.
Alright, you can sew it on the inside of the fabric so it doesn't show.
We don't need it.
What?
I don't think we need it anyway. I don't think we need it.
It'll be stronger. It'll be stronger.
We'll see how it goes with the first Mark 1. Make improvements on the next one. I mean, we could mass produce print those, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, it's a learning process. I've never made like fabric, the fabric foundation by myself before, so it's going to be a learning experience. Always is.
I haven't done this stuff. So a lot of this is
Yeah. Has to be. I am going to mount chainmail to that and possibly plates. So it has to take the weight, and it also has to like deal with the fact that I'm lashing it around my arm. A lot of that force is going to be pulling down along the length of that arm. So, what's your suggestion?
Well, we've already lined it up so that it's strong in that.
No, yeah. But there's another mounting point. So basically that is going to tie onto this, right? So the top of that, which is the other opposite end of the hand part, is going to tie onto here. So like these cords that go through to there, like I don't know how we're going to attach that, because the ones that I have are really crap. They only like sewed it at the top and then they eventually just ripped off. So how would you make this a proper, how would you like sew it onto that so that it properly, carries the weight of, like, we're going to say maybe 1 or 2 kilos of steel, because that's how much the chainmail will weigh, right?
The way I would do it would probably not be historically accurate.
Yeah, we will, as long as it's hidden, like as long as it attaches here, it's fine.
Well, we can hide it. Yeah. Alright.
How would you do it?
I would get a piece of that.
Heading tape.
The webbing, and then have it
All the way down the length.
across here, all the way down the length.
Yeah.
But you've got to have it across.
Yeah. Okay.
And then have some violets in there.
So the cord. So how would you get the cord? So basically, it's going to be like rope. So how would you get the tying rope in as part of all that?
Through some eyelets at the top.
Just eyelets?
Should do it.
Okay.
If you have the webbing on it, it should be quite strong.
Okay. See, like I thought, like, because you're gonna have it one across the top in a T shape, why don't you just make a triangle?
Yeah, you can make a triangle.
Think like apparently triangles are strong, so.
Well, yeah, I've heard that too.
So I'm thinking maybe instead of a T shape, we'll just have like a triangle. So just have one long head of tape and just fold it so it becomes a triangle, and then just sew the point next to the wrist or whatever. It's a lot.
Definitely do that.
Yeah, probably go down that route actually, because T's are only as strong as the weld you put on them, right? Which is where you like do that cross hatch thing, where you have one tape across the top, one going down the length, but you need to sew it at the top here, right, and then all the way down the spine.
I'll teach you how to do a box stitch.
Huh?
I'll teach you how to do a box stitch. You're
Okay.
gonna need to know how to do it.
So what, you want to do this next Friday? Well, this Friday? This Friday? God damn it, James!
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay, I guess next week.
Remember that?
Yeah, you don't. You really need to. Which is why I'm making plans now, because. So, like, what is preventing you from doing anything today?
Yeah, good idea. Let's figure out what I can do at the earliest time, or what I can do right now.
So here's the thing, right? Like, What? Why can't you start? You just don't have pins? Is that it?
That's pretty much it.
Everything else is here?
No, I need to bring in the sewing machine that has the little C part attachment to it.
Okay.
Bring that in. I'll bring in the whole machine
Because like I'll have to do this myself eventually, so I need to make sure like all the equipment I need is here.
Okay. All right.
So when is that going to be in here? Mm.
What I feel like. Probably this Friday. Probably make it this Friday.
Friday?
Yeah.
Well, I won't have the eyelets ready because I cannot.
Do them later.
Okay.
I mean, we've got the webbing here already.
Because like Lincraft doesn't open late on any day, so I can only get there on a weekend. All right, so what am I getting from Lincraft this weekend? Eyelets, is that it? Eyelets and cord. Example cord that I'm probably going to use. Yeah, okay. All right, I'll get that. I'll buy some of that.
Do you have a problem with that cord? Because I've got some of that cord lying around.
What, the header cord?
The brown stuff, camo stuff.
Oh, no, I need mine. It's all part of the aesthetic.
Okay.
I don't know if I should go like should I? So the tightening cord I think I would like to be red, and the reinforcement cord the reinforcement cord I'd like to be black.
So I wouldn't look at the colors. I would look at how much tension they can hold.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure like tightening wise the cord will be fine.
Okay.
So we're reinforcing the edges with header tape. I don't need to get like reinforcement cord or anything. We're just doing it all with that and eyelets, right? That's how we're planning to hold this thing together and reinforce the material so that the tightening cord doesn't rip off, right?
You lost me as soon as I saw this thing was apart.
So my problem with ones that I have is that the cord is barely attached to anything. Like the tightening cord is barely attached to anything, so it's going to work like a shoe down here. We're just going to pull and it's going to tighten, right? And you're suggesting that we do eyelet holes reinforced by header tape or header tape,
I call it webbing.
whatever. It said header tape on the package. So is to reinforce the edges with webbing, right?
Right.
Right. So using that, I don't need reinforcement cord. I just need the cord that I intend to tighten with.
Sure. What's the reinforcement cord?
I was running you through a product. It's probably silk braided silk cord.
So that's different to the cord you're going to tie.
It's probably going to be the same, honestly.
So how would you put that in? Just running around the complete edge?
Yeah, I was planning just. My idea was I was gonna just sew it onto the edge, and then when you pull, it'll just be pulling on the thread, the sewing bit, the sewed thread like stitches and that cord. But I think the header, headed tape works better with eyelets maybe. Alright, so that means I only need to get the cord that I intend to tighten with, and then that's it. And then, what is the ribbon on the outside, the folding ribbon, going to be?
Oh, it could just be any ribbon.
Okay.
Like you can have the same material as what you've got.
Okay.
You still got that scrap? Still got that scrap?
Yeah, it's in there.
Right. Yeah, we can laser cut that into something we can use.
I think a red ribbon would be nice. There's also red in there as well.
All right, well that's fine. That's not a load bearing piece. It's just keeping the frayed edges from frame. Or...
Yeah, it'll be like black with red trim. That'll be great.
You're literally black with red trim.
Yeah. Wondering. Yeah. I wonder if I got the colors mixed up. Actually, like I want the James, we
The arms red with black trimmings, right?
yeah.
So you're gonna start over.
No, you just have one layer, the outer layer, as red.
Okay.
So which means we need to print like maybe 2 of the red stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. That is fine.
Should we cut that now? We should cut that now.
I think we should make sure you've got a template. That's exactly what you want.
How is that not what we want though?
Like before, you wanted.
Oh, you want an SVG version of the file?
No, I want the line.
Yeah, that's the SVG version of the file, right? It works with SVGs, right? That's what I.
Works with SVG.
Yeah. So okay. Lots to do on the weekend. Got to get the SVG file for Friday. SVG file for Friday, and then Lincraft eyelets and cord on Saturday.
You just lay it on top. You'll have 6 layers of the fabric with the red.
We could just do 5. I don't care.
And then where the red one is.
Did you want pins, or are you gonna bring pins?
No, I've got plenty of them at home.
Okay. So what are we doing Friday? Like we're just sewing it together,
Yeah,
and also the folding,
together.
also the fold thing.
Yeah, if you got time.
Yeah. Okay.
I might do something.
I don't know. Are you planning for it? Are you planning to do that thing? Lathe is likely going to still be broken.
Yeah, but I might do something else next time.
I see.
Even if I don't plan for it, I might do it.
Oh, really? Okay.
You never know.
No. Yeah. It's just a mystery with me.
Together.
What? Okay. See, okay.
It's definitely durable, but it's thin.
It's durable but thin, which is why we're doing several layers of it.
Like you're gonna need a gap under it. You're gonna need a gap under it.
Yeah, probably.
Like it'll stand up to a lot of beating, but it's gonna transfer straight through.
I'm hoping the chainmail and plates will do, but we'll see. I mean, we can always.
Chainmail crumbles like it buckles.
It's still more padding than felt. Gaveson's is just a lot of layers.
Yeah, well, that's pretty good stuff.
We can always unstitch it and put stuff in it.
Yeah, true.
You want to be blasphemous? What do you mean? Like, this isn't a religion. Sure it is. Uh-huh. No, I don't, which is why I'm asking you, but I still don't believe you. What's that you're building? Hey, little Justice. Can't tell? It's armor. We're building armor. We're plating it together. Yeah. Is that you? Do I know you? Is that you, Panda? Is that you? Or have we met before? Or you just started watching? I feel like I know you. Alright, so we're building armor. So this is the back of it. As you can tell, here's your armpit. This is the back. This is your shoulder straps. think so. We have the front over there. We're working on the back today because we already finished the front, and that's what we're making. It's samurai armor, so you weren't too far off with the hello there. Kind of racist though. What do you mean it's okay? Are you? All right then. Wait, what is your last name?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, really?
Because you're online.
Oh, online. Okay.
You can call me John Smith.
Okay. I need to remind myself. I need to write a to-do list for Friday. Okay. So chords and eyelets for Friday.
Chords and eyelets. You won't actually need them.
I won't be able to get them though.
You won't need to use them like straight.
I'll only be able to get chords. I'll only be able to get chords and eyelets on Saturday. So what can I bring
Don't
Friday?
worry about it. Like you can do them last.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they go on the outside.
Well,
and they're not sewn in.
well, I want the header stuff to be inside.
Well, we got the header stuff there. The webbing.
Yeah. Okay.
The webbing stuff. We've got that there. So that we've got the materials.
Dude, it's called header tape. Just look at it.
It's webbing.
It's not webbing.
It's webbing.
Webbing means something different altogether. Like it's too general a term, webbing. Yeah, so that's what we're building. We're building armor so we can participate in the sports we want to. It's a long, arduous process. We've been here for a year, and we're just coming to the edge. What are you doing?
I found the gap in your armor.
Yeah, but that's not practical for you to do. It really isn't.
Not practical.
No, it's not. And also, like, that's not gonna like hurt me very much, because the angle's too shallow and it's not actually puncturing me.
I see.
Yeah. And also, like, whilst you're trying to get into the gap, right? I would have just killed you.
I don't know about
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Like it's very easy to say that.
Like, well, provided you don't have armor. Like, there are easier targets on a person than going through there, even if they have armor. There are easier targets.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Like there's this gap here.
Well, not actually, because you'll be wearing a helmet that has like a skirt that goes below that.
Just the front or the back?
This is the back. In the front, you have a mask with a neck mempo, so you have that too. But that's easier because you can actually slide a blade off the chest plate underneath the mask. Yeah.
You need a lip or something to stop that.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're kind of like sword fighting distances are will all come into play because that takes a lot of that requires you to be really close to do something like that, like to slide a blade up into someone's neck.
But you use close combat, so.
Yeah, but it's sort of like you want to attack with the maximum range of your sword if you could. And even worse, like if you're versing a spearman, then spearman has first shot on you before you even get close. And then the spearman can just maintain distance, right? And still spear you whilst you still can't sword them. It's all about fighting ranges. But yeah, sliding a blade off the chest plate into the neck plate really requires you to be more close than usual. So being closer is also riskier. But generally, like even when you're wearing armor, like there's the crotch, so the femoral artery that runs through your leg. That's what those plates are designed to stop, but you can still go through, like cut in a way that goes through the side. The back of the leg is usually not armored. Usually you have an armored apron that wraps around the front of your thighs, but on the back of those, usually unarmored. So you could attack there, but that requires you to go through someone's front to attack their back, right? Or you have to sneak up on them. So generally, that's decent enough-ish armor. Underneath the arms, but you have to like cut in a way that goes underneath their arm, and not just a cut, because if you cut, you impact the side of the armor like this. You have to stab. So you can only do it when they have their arms raised, because when they have their arms down, you have all that chainmail and plates. So it's generally pretty hard. Like armor it's a good design. It maintains its flexibility, but there are gaps in the armor. But generally, those gaps are really hard to target anyway. And it's even harder when they're fighting back, right?
Probably.
No, it is. It's pretty hard when they're fighting back.
Probably.
So you need to force them to open up that gap for you to take advantage of it. But generally, it's pretty hard. So the neck, the armpits, the crotch area, the back of the leg, generally weak spots. Never like this. Never. This doesn't work. Like those weak spots are far better targets than doing this.
You just need a longer blade.
Longer blade won't give you the angles you need.
No?
Because like the longer your blade is, the more your attacks become a stabbing motion. Yeah. And the more telegraphed it is. Actually, it depends on the weapon, right? If you are holding a blade spear, so that's basically a sword on a stick, you could generally cut with those. But if it's just a normal spearhead, you only do stabs, basically. It's basically like fencing. Just poke people. Yeah, but spears work essentially the same way, because they only have a spearhead. There's no blade, so the only way you're going to injure someone is to stab someone.
You could injure them without stabbing them with a spear. Staff is a pretty good weapon.
Not against armor.
It's a absolutely good weapon.
Not against armor.
Yeah. Totally is. Totally is.
Yeah.
Even against armor.
I don't think so.
That's a lot of power in the staff.
Yeah. But it won't cut through.
Well, cut through, no. You can knock someone down.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's what warhammers are for, right? You send like shock through the armor. But generally they won't bleed out from that. No.
But you can die without bleeding out.
Maybe. But a staff, I don't think. I'd rather have a blade.
Yeah, blades are good. But
Like,
staffs are good too. Staffs are good too.
huh?
Staffs are good.
Yeah. Have you tried any of that stuff?
Yeah.
Like what? What training have you had?
Kabuto.
What's that?
It's Okinawa weapons.
Okay.
And one of them is staff. And they did have this move which is similar to what you use a spear for, which is just punching with the small end of the spear.
Yeah.
The staff.
Yeah.
Small surface area.
Yeah.
And if you swing a long stick, it's going to do a lot.
Swing a long stick, yeah, I guess. But I don't think it would have enough force like a hammer would.
Hammers were pretty much designed for armor, though, weren't they?
Yeah.
Like they would have little spikes on them so they grip the arm instead of
Yeah.
bouncing off and had a spike on them.
What's the sweet? It's Swedish multi-tool. So they have like an axe, they have an axe, a spearhead, like a hook thing, whatever you need. Usually they use that to like pull off armor plates or cut them.
I don't mean like that. I mean like the face of the hammerhead. It wasn't just flat like you'd find in
Yeah, it was like a spike, right? Usually it's
little
spikes.
spikes or one big spikes. Like I've seen a few different ones.
There are different warhammers, but I think like the warhammers, like they also have like a small little head.
The point of it was that it would
punch.
It would stick to the arm. Like it would bite into it.
Okay. This plate. All right. Just gonna do this.
That's outside of what I know.
This is just, it's really trivial, this stuff, actually. So, in fact, I haven't even tied off those ones, so I should probably do that. I didn't even tie off these, so I'll tie these off. Oh.
I don't think I'd enjoy
him.
I don't think I'd enjoy him.
Why?
It's too much focus on how things used to be done and not any improvements that were made to fighting.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah,
it's
deliberately obsolete, deliberately outdated.
Well, I think you'd like HMB, but that generally comes down to wrestling, so it's not actually that good either. I think you like the SCA because that's not really tied to scripture. SCA is sort of like just a reenactment society, and then whatever fighting styles that emerge from that. So it's a very brawly type style. There's no really set style. It's just whatever works. HEMA is.
It's historical.
It is historical.
Which why it's
But then, like most Japanese stuff is what we know today, because all of that was kept traditional. Depends on the school, of course, but most of it is. So, and it's still pretty useful. I found it useful. I like sticking by that style. But blade spears are the way to go. But you're right. You have to train. You have to train in everything because
mixed martial arts, and that's pretty modern, isn't it?
It's not mixed. It's still a style. I mean, you're not mixing karate with like Krav Maga, whatever, or jiu-jitsu or Krav Maga. Yeah, none of that stuff. It's just Japanese fighting. What they used to do.
No,
they didn't lose the war. Well, what? What war are you talking about?
Last one.
That had nothing to do with sword fighting.
I know.
Now he's mixing histories. Had nothing to do with this sword. Nothing.
I know they were using
Jeez.
swords.
Okay. Oh, okay. Almost there. At least we're halfway. I think we can get it done on Friday. We can at least get the thing laced on Friday, and then think about attachments like the fixings on this after that. And then, so I need to pick eyelets and cords, but I can only do that on Saturday. I need to write myself a reminder. Do we have black cord? I'd like the arms to be red with black trim. Yeah. We have the aesthetic layer over there. That's what the red layer's for. Oh, you're saying, for Friday I need to give you the SVG version.
Yeah, I want to put that one on the top.
Okay. Are you saying we can't use the stuff we cut already?
Oh, we can.
Okay.
You can. I just want to put that one on top.
Okay, because it's more precisely cut.
Yeah. And we can see the difference.
Bulletproof armorer, yes. What kind? I don't know, man. I don't know if it'd be bulletproof. I don't think it would.
Weak bullets, yeah.
Yeah, really weak bullets.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's 1.5 gauge of mild steel. Do you want to see the front? Do you want to see the rest of it? This is just the back, right? And we're just working through it. Okay. We just need to. Yeah, it's cool. So I always wanted to make this to participate in the fighting, and because it's not for show, it has to be built really sturdy. So it feels pretty sturdy, actually. I mean, that part isn't like that part feels okay. It's kind of flexible.
I would totally redesign the arm
Yeah, well,
and use modern materials.
why this is well, steel is modern. What do you want about?
More modern.
Test it. Hello there from behind. What? Test it? We don't have guns. We can fire a couple of arrows at it, but it'll probably break.
You could put the armor on, I can throw rocks at you.
You probably miss the armor. Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
You've got an axe.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, the little laces up. Coming out. Okay. How you doing? How you doing, little Justice? Do you usually hang around usually you hang around creative? Okay, I just need to tighten this stuff up and need to make sure that all this is good. So make it all nice and neat. Okay. Probably need to go under here. So it's really easy to make, actually. Once you have it all cut and ready, it's just steel and shoelace. Just steel and shoelace. Shoelace is actually pretty strong. Like, way machines weave it today. Pretty strong, no flaws.
Maybe you could lean against the vase.
Yeah. Well, we've got to get the shot. The money shot. So, besides, it's fine. It'll stand up on its own, kind of.
Okay.
It's not my fault that you forgot, like, all your stuff in your board.
I didn't do that. wasn't planning on doing it.
Yeah, I'm sure that was the plan.
Really?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
doing something with a machine that turns out to be broken.
Yeah,
Which is also not
could have asked on Slack. Oh, is the lathe broken?
Why would I ask that when I saw it being used before?
Like, who used it?
Ken.
When? Which is always going to be a while ago. So
Yeah.
there were conversations, man, saying that the lathe was broken.
Well, I don't remember those conversations in between.
Oh, he says hi to you, by the way.
Hello.
Is it lightweight? Oh, it's going to be like heavy as, I think. I think all of it together is going to be at least 20 kilos. Say hi for me. Oh, thanks for following, Little Justice. Really appreciate it. Thanks for following the channel. We don't always make armor. We're just doing today. I think for the time being, the current project we're making is armor. We might make something else later on, but we're making armor for now. And there's quite a bit to go. We have the main part, but there's the arms to do. There's the legs, and I think after legs we're pretty much done. So we got this, got the legs. We do have to do like modifications on the helmet that we have. Have to finish those mods. So we have a helmet to work on. We need to work on legs, arms, shins. Yeah, probably shins. There'll be another. Yeah, so we have a lot of armor pieces to make, but we're slowly getting there, and the main part will be done, which is, the back that we're trying to lace together. It is a very simple crosshatch system. It's very sturdy. I've already laced this thing before, so it's been tested. But that could be an idea. We could test it. Get like a really cheap katana, or like we have some metal poles back there. Can break some wood on this thing.
I've got some of those.
Pretty sure we could fire arrows at this too.
I've got some display swords.
Like, do you care if they're destroyed?
Not really. No.
I'm pretty sure you don't want them destroyed. This armor is. I'm gonna bet on this armor surviving more than your sword.
I'm okay. It's not like I used them.
Wait, so you wanna break your swords on this armor?
I don't
Okay.
like that.
All right. I guess it's a video. We're gonna like, once it's all done, we'll set up like a mannequin over there with the.
Oh, I thought you were going to wear it.
I am not gonna wear it as people are whacking this
But
thing.
it's different when it's a mannequin.
What do you mean?
Mannequin's not going to move or anything.
Yeah, but if I was wearing it, I'm not gonna let you hit me.
That's what makes it more effective.
Why do you want like people to get hurt on this channel? It's not gonna happen.
No, I don't want you to get hurt. I just want to hit you with the sword while you're wearing armor.
Oh,
The armor should protect you, right?
it should, but I don't know. I don't know if you'll miss. Right? That's the question. You need like 100% control for me to trust you to do that.
Well, I don't have 100% control.
Well, then I can't allow you to do that, because there's no guarantee that you will land the shot. Because like with a sword, right? There's a difference. There's a difference.
These aren't sharp, by the way. These aren't sharp.
Yes, but if you get me in the trachea with one, I'm pretty sure that will do a lot of damage, even though it's not sharp. Pretty sure the swords have a point too, right?
Kind of like.
Yeah.
They're not sharp.
Would you be able to stab someone with that sword, even though it's blunt as is?
You could stab someone with a chopstick if you really wanted to.
Well, there you go. It's still got a point. It's not a cushion on the end of that thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
And these are like Rockies are sharp.
Yeah, exactly.
Not long blades.
I mean, like we can easily just set up the armor on a table and you just stab it.
That's even worse.
We'll put like a rice bag inside, just like one of those big sacks of rice and then put the armor on the rice. And if it bleeds rice, then we know it's not protective enough.
Use the mannequin. Rice is precious.
This guy knows the value of rice. Yeah, so starting to build a small model aircraft, Molcontol out of wood. Ooh, cool. Is it going to fly or is it just a model? I know models can fly, but is it going to be a display model or is it going to be able to fly? There's some interesting stuff in aerospace as well, there's so a guy did a startup, right, that could turn any paper plane into a drone. So he's got like this little Arduino thing that you just mount on a paper plane and it'll fly.
That was a while ago.
That was a while ago, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I also saw like a man completely make a drone out of Lego mecha stuff. Yeah.
Have you seen the one where it's a taxidermy cat?
Yeah, that's dumb. Like, why? That's like a cruel thing to do to your cat.
Well, it's dead, so it's not really cruel. It's just a bit twisted.
I prefer the one with the Millennium Falcon or like the DeLorean.
Have you seen the Indian drone copters they've got?
The what?
They've got they've given their police these hovercraft things, which are basically drones, to go up to the high-rise buildings.
Really? Nope.
But I don't know what kind of battery life they've got.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So just bring that back here.
But it seems like
oh man,
some sort of publicity thing.
Sounds like we're almost out of batteries for these earphones. I've been talking heaps, and it is 10:30 almost. So almost out of time. Almost out of time. But just as before you go, I will show you the front. The front looks way better because it's finished. I'll show you the front if you're still around. Just maybe you should practice aiming first. Yeah, exactly. Justice is telling you should practice your swings first before we do any kind of test.
Yeah.
Why? Because if I'm going to be wearing it, that's a big concern.
But you're not going to be wearing it, so it's not a concern.
Okay. It'll just be like I also just painted this. Like, taking swings is going to chip the paint.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not. I just painted it.
Paint it again.
But you understand, like, to paint it again, we have to delace the entire thing, or like go over.
With this sword, you're probably going to lose a couple of laces anyway.
I don't think so.
No?
Laces are very hard to lose, actually.
Okay.
So, not that you'd be aiming for laces. I wouldn't advise aiming for laces. But anyway.
Why wouldn't I aim for laces?
Because it wouldn't hurt as much. I don't know, like, striking steel, you're not going to hurt anybody. But, like, you'd be wasting too much time aiming for laces, I think. God damn it, just get through. Then test it. Don't trust him, it's a trap. Yeah, yep, totally a trap. This guy looks very untrustworthy. That's why you can't see his face. Can't even show his face. Super untrustworthy. But, Justice, if you're still there, I think you're still there. I think my microphone has run dead, which is pretty sad. If you're still around, do you want to see the front? Otherwise, we'll just continue on. It's called engagement, man. He needs to want to see the front. Don't just give that away. Don't just give it away for free. Besides, we have a lot of work to do. That's gone under. This goes over. Keep the pattern consistent. If you make a mistake, just do it consistently so it becomes a feature. Oh, it's trapped.
I'm curious to see how much it actually takes to scratch off. Because I don't think it'll take much.
It wouldn't. It's just paint. After all, I've already scratched like the edges. So, yep. Alright. That looks pretty good. Just gonna tighten that up there. Secure this like so. Goes up there. Okay. Justice, are you still there? Type something. Are you alive, buddy? Let me know if you want to see the front. Otherwise, we'll just keep going. Okay. That's better. It's finally got shape, so we can finally do that. Right one first. Oh, that's a little stuck. I'll snip that off. Okay.
Is it there?
Nope. I guess he doesn't want to see the front. Happens. It's a shame because we can see it and it looks pretty cool. Yeah.
We could just tilt the camera a little bit.
Yeah, but we're not gonna because he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He might just be sitting at home crying because his computer's got too much lag.
Yep, well, that's a shame because the armor looks pretty cool. Okay, just pull that through.
Don't twist it.
I'm trying not to.
Don't twist it.
It's not twisted. What are you on about? Okay. Did you have any trouble going through the pedestrian gate, by the way? Which gate did you use to come in? Pedestrian gate? Okay. Even though, was it like kind of closed or kind of open? I mean, like position-wise, not lock-wise.
Kind of closed, but the last few times it's been unlocked.
Yeah, because I did that.
Why?
Well, I unlocked it because, it's okay to have it unlocked, but I'm just worried, like, usually I have it gaping wide open. But with recent policies of the landlord using security footage to make sure that we lock it, we're planning to just have it positionally closed, but still open. So I'm wondering if people are confused by that, if they are or not.
No, you gotta lock it. You gotta lock the gate.
Yeah, okay.
You know why we were locking it, right?
No, I am aware that we have to lock it, but I'm just wondering, like, when it's unlocked, but the position of the gate is closed. if people realize it's still open and can still come in.
Yeah, only if they're members.
Yeah.
And if they are, then they know the code.
Well, members are not supposed to know the code, so I hear.
How else are we going to get in?
It will just be unlocked from here.
No, members know the code.
I don't think so. I don't think that's the policy anyway. So it will be unlocked when there's someone here, but I'm just wondering, like, if I had it, just closed but unlocked, if that confused you to use that door.
No, it didn't confuse me, but if you do that, you'll probably get kicked out.
What do you mean?
You'll probably get kicked out.
No, I'll lock it at the end of the night, just when it's open.
Even when we're here.
What do you mean?
Like, even when we're here, it's got to be locked.
What, the side gate? No. Only after 11 p.m.
Side gate is fine.
Side gate is fine. Did you lock it?
Yeah, I've been locking it.
No. Leave it unlocked.
I'll check.
Leave, like, pedestrian gate, you leave unlocked. Main gate, is locked.
I'll check.
Like, so stop locking that. You need to leave it open.
I'll check.
I've been unlocking it for a reason, but I'm wondering if, even though looks like it's closed, it's not. I'm wondering if that still affects anyone. But it clearly hasn't affected you coming in, so I'll keep doing that. It's because we need to lock it precisely at after 11. After 11, the pedestrian gate needs to be closed. But if I'm like late going out and I go out at 11:10 for instance and lock it then, like on the security cameras the gate will look like it's closed because positionally it's closed. So I'm hoping that I can just get away with doing that instead of having to go out there and lock it at 11 p.m. I think I could get away with it. Besides, I always leave around 10:30 anyway, so it shouldn't be an issue.
You do know why we've been locking it, don't you?
No.
People broke in once.
Who? Here?
Yeah. Like not into this space here, but out there they stole license plate off cars and then used those to steal other cars.
What?
And they took it off the landlord's trailer. They took one off the landlord's trailer. And so he wanted that gate locked after a certain time.
Okay.
So I don't really see why keeping the pedestrian gate unlocked would be fine.
Apparently he was fine with it. We negotiated that, apparently, because we're in the space.
Right. It's also the reason why we set up the security cameras.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dumb, but we need new members to, like, grow as a club. Well, maybe he shouldn't be using, like, the commercial space as his personal storage space. Just a thought.
He should be allowed to keep his company vehicles here.
Well, if he's opening this up to the public, as he does with businesses and stuff, rent from, it's not a private space, it's a public space. And if he's not...
No, if you let the public in, it doesn't make it a public space.
Sure.
Like if you let people into a shop, you still have the right to kick them out for no reason at all.
Yeah. But I'm saying you can't expect like 100% security on a property that is essentially open to the public.
No, you can't.
So why should you... Why do you?
He's taking precautions to do what he can.
He's making his tenants suffer,
A little bit, yeah.
like a lot. Like, and then he's making it our responsibility to keep the space secure. As a landlord, he has to provide that.
Yeah, but he's also pretty generous to us as a landlord as well.
I don't know. He doesn't sound that generous.
He is with the rent. He's pretty good to us.
Can't say. I don't know anything about that stuff. Yeah, I think we should clear up. Do you need to pack anything away?
Not really, I just take a couple of my things. I'm not going to work until
See you Friday, right? I have to bring in the SVG of the proper thing.
Alright, I'll take it out Friday.
You said, like, this is your plan.
Let's see what I can do.
Jesus, working with this guy's a nightmare. Nightmare. Okay.
I'm not telling.
Hmm?
I'm fine with volunteering my time. I'm just not as eager as you might expect.
Not as what?
I'm just not as eager as you might expect.
Jesus. It's like, oh, I'm gonna volunteer my time, but I don't really want to do this. No, I don't. It's really confusing.
No, I'll be fine.
Oh, that kind of stands up. That's fine.
I've got what I need to actually do a lot of that stuff. And we don't even need to put the article lace in until even when it's finished.
Oh yeah.
Because that can be the last thing you do. And that's fine.
It's the last plate. We're not gonna be confused. And this is fine. Looks pretty good actually from the front. It looks really terrible from up here because you see all the gaps, but can't help that. Like I was supposed to make, it's supposed to be a gradual flatness, but it never really quite ended up that way.
What about
Nah, we're fine.
see a negative into a block of wood or something and then just hammer it out?
Yeah, but I don't know how to CNC yet. It's on my list of things to learn. Used up all the leather. I had to order another reel. We're out of leather pieces. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us, Little Justice. Hope you enjoyed the stream. This is, yeah, that's James, who's Mr. Commit, not really want to commit. So it's really, really hard playing these rounds because he's kind of there but not there, and you don't know if he's gonna be there. And then he is there, but he hasn't got any of the tools, so he's not. He's just as useful as not being there.
Yes.
So you just have this weird in between where he's here and he's just doing nothing as you're working away.
Yeah, but
See,
my housemate's a bitch, so he's good.
I'm planning to switch. Are you like? Do you work around here?
No, I don't work anymore.
So you're just lazing around at home.
I'm not lazing around. I am a job keeper.
Oh, okay.
Doing nothing because come back to home.
Yeah, I guess.
Wow, what's up?
Oh, I don't know. Like I was planning to move out and find a new place to be. So if since your housemate's a bitch.
Oh, I see. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like if you can't afford to, like how are you gonna support yourself and stuff? Because I'd hate to be in a position where I'm badgering you for money, right? Because that's a shitty place to be.
Well, no, that's not really a problem for me because I'm always pretty open. Like I don't smoke or drink, so I've always got more money than most of my friends.
Right. But how are you gonna support yourself? If you don't have how long has it been since your last gig?
Will be the start of this year.
Yeah. See.
Because I haven't been looking for work with the pandemic around. Like
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to compete with 5,000 people for a retail job.
I guess not. But is that the retail? Well, I don't know. I don't know. But I was planning.
I'm also not keen on moving to Newcastle.
Huh?
I'm also not keen on moving to Newcastle.
Why? Because why?
Because it's Newcastle, right?
It's better than Gosford.
I don't know. Oldcastle's pretty good.
That's a dumb joke. I was just saying because like I was planning. I'm gonna be moving jobs, so it's still gonna be at Williamtown though. So it has to. I'm looking to improve my living situation. New job, new life. You know. I don't know if you're keen, but I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm always concerned like with people that don't have stable employment because I hate to be like carrying the rent, and I hate to be like a debt collector.
I've been carrying the rent for the last 6 months. And she's got a full-time job.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Appearances can be deceiving, right? Like it's not. There's always exceptions to the rule, but I really don't want to.
I understand you completely because I used to live with a druggie, and he should have been able to pay for the rent and all, but he was just living in the landlord's shed, not paying anything because all his money was going towards drugs.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, well, if you're keen, I mean, I'm willing to give it a shot, but like, no job is concerning. Wouldn't want to get involved with that exactly. Yeah.
No, I don't like Newcastle.
Why? It's great. I mean, you're still here, kind of. Yeah.
It's Newcastle.
It's bigger than Gosford. It's more developed than Gosford, and there's more train stations up there. So, yeah.
Isn't it like
There's also an airport up there. Fly out. It's up to you. I don't care. I'm probably gonna find a place by myself anyway. If you aren't keen anyway. All right. Thanks for watching. No thanks to James, who was utterly useless today.
I stacked those pieces of fabric, so it's fine.
We're here every Tuesday and Friday. We probably will test the armor at some point. I don't know what with, because I'm a little hesitant to. We probably need to test it. Yeah, because I will probably wear it, and we'll probably figure out some kind of test. So then you also need to figure out how thick the clothing underneath needs to be. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. We will be returning this Friday. We're doing things with SVGs and lasers. So tune in then. And hope you enjoyed it. So we'll do some more armor making, more laser cutting, scheduled Friday, and probably going to finish off that. So we've gotten like halfway through that. Yeah, so we'll probably finish it off this Friday. So anyway, see you then, and see you next time.